What is up, guys? William here from fitnessforbackpain.com. Today we're talking about the deadlift. If you have low back pain, if you're trying to figure out why in the world deadlifts keep causing low back pain, today I'm gonna break down 3 very simple approaches to correcting very common issues with the deadlift. This is for you. If you want to get back into deadlifts, whether it be trap bar deadlifts or just traditional barbell deadlifts, these 3 areas of focus are critical if you want to do these pain-free. If you haven't gotten it already, you're trying to navigate your low back pain and trying to use exercise as a pain reliever instead of a pain causer, check out fitnessforbackpain.com/back pain workshop. I break down everything I know when it comes to working with clients and navigating and trying to figure out why in the world exercise keeps causing pain. You can get that again at fitnessforbackpain.com/back pain workshop. Let's jump in. So the first thing we're gonna go over is the position, getting your body into a better position for the deadlift. I've talked about this before. It's the bow versus canister position when it comes to deadlifting and any kind of lifting or squatting like that. The canister position is about how your tank, your gas tank, your abdominal wall, your glutes, your low back, all this area here, your trunk, is the position of it. Canister is what we want. We want to be stacked well, braced well before we start moving. What happens is we get into this bowed out position. And this is where a lot of that pain comes. And this was a personal issue for me for a very long time, which caused a lot of issues and probably what caused me to rupture my low back or rupture my disc many moons ago. But I would get into this overextended position thinking that if I can just get my chest out, my butt out, and get into this super rigid tight position, then I could come down and grab this dumbbell or this barbell and then try to deadlift 400 pounds. Like, that's where the issue was. So the position that you want to think about is first bringing the ribs down. You want to lock this in, get used to this position here where this canister, you're out of this overextended bowed position, but now you're in a canister and everything is nice and braced. So you're starting your brace, you're starting the movement in the trunk. From there, what's your glute and your hamstrings doing? As you come down, don't just kind of just drop to the barbell and grab it and pop up. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So get into a good position. Next, you're gonna go down to the bar. So once you understand this hinge element where you're gonna come to the bar, my shins are gonna come to the bar, and I'm not gonna move the thing, I'm just gonna allow, as I come down, I'm gonna allow the barbell to move on its own. Next thing is getting into what Stuart McGill kind of talks about is the lifter's wedge. Basically what that's doing is you're getting into a good braced, rigid position. You've got your hinge set. You're going to come down to the bar. Before you grab that bar, you're going to engage your lats, grab the bar, and you're going to move into position. If you saw, as I'm getting down into position, I'm good here, hinging down, lats are engaged, boom, boom, dropping my butt. That barbell already wants to come off the ground. That's that lifter's wedge. You're building that tension so that when you go to drive, you already have a super rigid, stiff structure. Now, when it comes to the second part of the deadlift that I see a lot of people break down and have issues with is the lift off. Now, what I like to do before I start lifting the barbell off the ground is I'll almost slowly get that weight and go full loaded. And it's like a few seconds. Instead of doing this, where I'm here, come down, I'm like, instead of popping into it, instead, I'm gonna sit back, get into that lifter's wedge, and I'm gonna start lifting that weight really slow so that I know that once I'm going fully weight bearing, I'm balanced. Everything's in a good position. My glutes are loaded up, my hamstrings, my lower body is balanced. Everything's in a good braced position. What often we do, especially when you start getting heavier, is you kind of get into survival mode where you're down and you're just trying to explode into this weight and lift a crap ton of weight up. Where if you just chopped some of that weight back, focus more on a perfect lifting technique, you'll have more power going into it because you'll understand that brace and be able to get all of the power that you have from your trunk. So once you've mastered the position, the brace, the lifter's wedge, then the lift off, and you know once you lift, everything feels super balanced, you've loaded the hips, you load the glutes up, Then we're gonna go to the finish, right? And it's very simple. Oftentimes what I see a lot of people do, especially with a history of low back pain or they complain about low back pain, is once they are up at the top, they do this overextension type of thing. It's just not necessary. Nothing's gonna happen physiologically or biomechanically that's gonna give you more strength compared to this or this, okay? So for you, coming down, up, right here, what I like to do is in this position, I try to squeeze the crap out of everything I was squeezing before I lift it off. So I'm holding this, but my lower back isn't the main culprit or the main holder of the weight. Instead, my glutes are squeezing really tight. My hamstrings are on. I'm driving my toes into the ground. My lats are super engaged. Shoulder blades are backing down. And I'm focusing right here. So before I go back down, there's people who just drop it. Or if you're one of the ones who just kind of go down slowly, you're focusing on keeping these muscles activated all the way down and maintain that rigid position. Now remember, the deadlift can be a very technical lift. I try to keep things super simple, super basic, focus on getting into a better position before you even go down to the bar. When you're down at the bar, getting ready to bring the weight off the ground, lifter's wedge, Stuart McGill, look into that. It's a great coaching cue to get your mind connected to what you're doing. And then a proper finish, a better finish, a safer finish, right? Focus on those three things. Now, if you're in the 900 plus pounds of deadlifting, this video probably isn't for you because I'm not even doing that much weight, nor do I care to do that much weight. But if you're trying to improve your deadlift, trying to do it better, trying to figure out what small thing that you're doing wrong that could be causing that low back pain, odds are you need more focus and more attention and practice in that canister position, getting into that super braced position, learning how to breathe and lift in that better position. Practice that over and over and over and over. Master that just with the bar with super light weight, and you're gonna see it translate over into heavier weight once you get there. So that's it. I'd love to know what you think, what's gonna help with your deadlifting technique the best. Where do you need the most help? If you have any questions or comments you want to leave me, I try to answer as many as I can. When they are left, you can put it in the comment section below this video. Be sure to go over to fitnessforbackpain.com/back pain workshop. If you are trying to navigate low back pain, persistent low back pain, and exercise, you want to learn how exercise can be a tool to get out of pain, not a cause of pain, pick up that free workshop. It's totally free. Let me know where you want me to send it to. Go to fitnessforbackpain.com/back pain workshop. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you on the next episode.